How's it going, everybody? My name is Dave and welcome to my channel Colossus is Awesome. In today's video I'm going to show you comic book haul number 1. This is my second YouTube video. Um, so everything that I am going to show you today pretty much consists of everything I've got from January 1st to present. So, alright, let's get to it. Alright. It's been a pretty good start to 2017 for me, so definitely happy to show you guys what I got. So first, I have a copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1. This is, wish it was a first printing, but this is a third printing. Picked this up for a pretty good price. I'm super happy to have it in my collection. If you can't afford the first copy, first print or second print, this is obviously the next best thing. Okay. Right. Next, I have Next Men, issue 3. This is the first color appearance of Hellboy. It's in pretty good condition. I'm super pumped to own this book. This is my first Hellboy issue. I would definitely love to acquire Dime Press. I think it's 3 or 4, can't remember. But it's a pretty pricey issue right now, so definitely pretty pumped. This definitely looks like to be in like a 9.6 range. Super pumped to get that. Alright, next I have issue of X Factor number 24. This is a near mint copy. This is the first appearance of Archangel, and I believe this is also a origin story of Apocalypse. Okay. Alright. Another, I have Amazing Spider-Man number 50, first Kingpin. It's a lower grade copy, but I don't need to have near mints or even very fines for everything. I'm just happy to have this in my collection if it presents well and the price is right. Why not? It definitely does have some. Overall, it looks pretty nice, but it has some, I guess, like cover tear at the bottom right there. Then your typical like spine stress, but overall, it's a a nice VG copy. All right. Next, I have Tomb of Dracula number 1. I love this Neil Adams artwork. Still hoping to acquire issue 10 at some point this year or the year after. But I picked this one up at my local comic book store. Got a good price on it. I'd say it's in the fine plus to a very fine minus. It's a pretty nice copy. Yeah, happy I got this one. Alright, next one, have Avengers number 8. This is the first appearance of King the Conqueror, and in my opinion, who I think is an extremely underrated villain. I really like this issue and just this villain in general. I think he's super underrated in the Marvel Universe. But yeah, I picked this up actually for, no joke, 25 bucks at my local comic book store, and it had a lot of water damage, but pressed out pretty nicely. I pressed this, and it has some like tape stains or tape residue over at the corner, like right there. Overall, I think it pressed out pretty nice. It's nice, very good, maybe plus copy, but for the price I paid for it, I'm super happy with it. All right, so let's go into some slabs. I actually picked this up today. Actually, just came in the mail today. Um, I did not send this to get. I picked it up already graded. It's an Avengers 181. This is the first appearance of Scott Lang, who we all know is Ant-Man in the Avengers movie. Presents pretty nice. You can pretty much pick up this issue fairly cheap on eBay or your local comic book store, but it was already graded, and I think with shipping, I paid like 28 bucks for it. So, yeah, happy I got it. Next book, I have Saga of the Swamp Thing number 37, CGC 8.5. This is the first full appearance of John Constantine. Super cool character, awesome book. Got this for a pretty good price too. Can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but for what I picked it up, I know I can't complain. It's got white pages, and yeah, it's a nice issue. All right. Next book. All right. Journey into Mystery 86. It's a CGC 3.0. I think it's on this it says the second appearance of Odin, but I believe it's like his first full appearance. I know he was in 85, but I'm pretty sure in 85 it was a cameo. I could be wrong, but that's what I originally thought it was. But it's a nice presenting 3.0, and in all honesty, I really don't care about grades too much. The lower the grade, the more of the issues you can afford. Certain keys I like to get, like I guess you can say my certain holy grails. I like them in a certain grade, and I'll show you some of my holy grails that I wanted particular in a certain grade. But typically with these older Silver Age books, I'm just super happy to have them in my collection. Yeah, so this is one I've been searching for quite a while. I definitely would love to pick up 85. That's on my 2017. I made a top 20 list. That's definitely on there, so we'll see if I'll be able to get that one this year, but most likely probably not. But this is probably the second best thing. All right. Okay. Next book, Miss Marvel number 18. This is the first full appearance of Mystique, CGC 8.0. Super pumped to acquire this. This is definitely an undervalued key issue, in my opinion. Mystique is like a huge character in the X-Men, and for some reason, I don't know why, like Iron Fist number 14 goes for the price that one goes to, and then this one you can still acquire. I think I paid maybe 55 bucks, and I didn't send this in to get graded or anything like this. This was already graded, so I mean I can't complain about the price I paid for it, but just in general, I think Mystique is, especially in like the movie with the new X-Men movies, she plays a much more significant role than Sabretooth, even though I think Sabretooth is a badass character. But in my opinion, I think this is a good comic to pick up in the future. I think it should continue to rise. But yeah, I mean, super pumped to own this. All right. Let's see. All right. Next book. I've been after this one for a while. All right. Luke Cage's Hero for Hire number 1. This is the first appearance of Power Man we know as Luke Cage. Super nice issue. It's definitely I think maybe like a 7.0 quality. Got this on eBay. won it in an auction. I think I won it for like 120 bucks. But uh, I always choose to get the books like right after the Netflix series comes out. Same thing. Like I've had this on my radar for so long, and I just never pulled the trigger on it. Um, but luckily, I didn't pay, um, I guess, Very Fine Plus for what I think it will grade at. But same thing. Like I want uh, Marvel Premiere 15, and just the prices on that since even before the TV show, just in the past year is like skyrocketed. I remember looking at it last year, and um, I'm no joke. I think Iron Fist number 14, like near mint copies, they were roughly going around the same price. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure when I was looking to pull the trigger that Iron Fist 14 was pulling a little bit more than Marvel Premiere 15. But just the price in the past, couple of months or just the past year, it's been crazy, crazy expensive. So I think I definitely missed the gun on that one. Maybe after the TV show, I'll pick that one up, but we'll see. All right, this next one. All right, Firestorm, Nuclear Man, Firestorm number 1. This is the first appearance of Firestorm. Pretty cool character. It's a pretty cheap book. I've seen ungraded copies like in this range, like 8.5 to 9.2, 9.4s. Sell for like 20, 30 bucks on eBay. So definitely a good issue to pick up if you guys don't have it already. He's a pretty cool character. He's been on the TV shows a lot. He appeared in, I think, season 1 of Flash, and then that Legends show he's on. So, pretty cool issue. All right, next one. Savage of She-Hulk, issue 1. This is the first appearance of She-Hulk, graded at a 9.4. This is one I actually sent in. I did not know that the bottom staple was detached from the cover, so it got a qualified 9.4, which I'm completely okay with. But what I've actually have noticed with this book, if you look on eBay, I definitely think it's like a manufacturer error, specifically with this book. I think at any given time when I search, there's at least 3 or 4 with the qualified green label with just the bottom staple being detached from the cover. It doesn't say manufactured error on the label at all, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because I've looked multiple times, and there's always 1 or 2 with that saying cover detached at the bottom staple on it. So I definitely think this, whatever the printing process happened in 1980, definitely I think that's something that happened during the printing process to some of these books. But anywho, it's a nice copy. All right. Next one, I have a Captain America 117 CGC graded 7.0. This is the first appearance of Sam Wilson, aka Falcon. Yeah, super pumped to have this book. This book has been on my radar for a couple of years now, and it sort of died down a little bit. He was in the Winter Soldier, and then this book kind of picked up a little steam, and then it calmed down. So I was lucky enough to pick this up and paid a pretty good price for it. So super happy about it. So now, these last 3 are my holy grails. I'm super pumped to, have them in my collection. Let's start off with this one first. This is Avengers number 4. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, Steve Rogers. Yeah, I picked this up for a really good price. I GPA'd it, and 3.5 we're selling for like 700 bucks or something, like 7 or 750. I actually picked this up on eBay, already graded. I didn't send it in or anything like that, but I think it was no joke, like a $500 buy it now price. And it was late at night. I was up for whatever reason, and I saw it, and I hit the buy it now, and I'm super pumped that I did, because it presents much nicer than a 3.5. Um, it's got fairly, like, for the age of it, pretty sharp corners. The one thing that you know, that it definitely looks like it was a miswrap. Um, so, I mean, I definitely think if I wanted to, which I don't, because I'm happy with the grade. I'm not looking to sell it or anything like that. But this, I think, definitely would grade a little bit higher if I cracked it open and got it, pressed and, centered. But I'm super pumped with a 3.5. It's got cream pages, cream to off-white, but you typically see like this book to like turn more like brown. It retained the white fairly well, or the off-white color of this. So super pumped to finally own this. This is one that I had on my list for this year, and I definitely knocked it out of the way. And yeah. All right. So this next one, if you saw my previous video with my CGC, I upgraded my Amazing Spider-Man 129. This is a CGC 8.5. The one before that was a 7.0 CBCS. This was another good pickup I had on eBay. It was, I think he was offering, it was like $1,000 or best offer. And no joke, I didn't try to like lowball them or anything like that. I just try to gauge like how much they're willing to move in a negotiation. And I think I offered, I think 700 bucks, and which is what about a 7.0 goes for. And he countered me at I think 785, and that's what I bought this book for. And then I sold my 7.0 that I made the video last week, and I think I sold that one for, I think it sold for 685 on eBay. So I literally only paid 100 bucks to jump up 3 grades. So I'm super pumped. A little less page quality. This has cream to off-white. The other one that I owned was, I believe, off-white pages. But, I mean, it presents really nice. And this is one of my 3 holy grails. So this is my 3rd all-time favorite book. I'm a huge Punisher fan. And for my major holy grails, I like 8.0s and ups. For everything else, as long as it presents well, I'm cool with mid-grades and whatnot. You collect for you. So if you're into collecting, near mint, that's awesome. I think that's great. If I had the money, I would totally do the same thing. So, but I'm super pumped to pick this up. All right. So this last one is one of my babies. I'm still kind of in wow that I actually own this book. It's a lower grade book, but the price I paid for it and what it actually is, I'm 100% okay with it. So, without further ado, this is my Journey into Mystery, number 83, first appearance of Thor. And this is a lower grade book. I had to sell my Fantastic Four number 5 to help pay for this one. But I'm super happy that I did. The price that I paid for it was, I paid under $1,000 for this, and it's complete. And what I can say it was a CGC 1.5 restored label, and on there it says restoration. Uh, the cover was reattached with glue. So I cracked open and I carefully did the unrestoration process myself, and I detached it from the book. So when I resubmit it, um, it's kind of a hard book to gauge. It looks nicer than a 1.5 to me. I think it looks more like a 1.8. Um, so CGC typically when they restore books, they usually downgrade them, but I don't know how it is with like older Silver Age books. Um, but I'm just hoping, even if it comes back a 1.0, as long as it comes back a blue label, I'm completely happy with it. Um, so in theory, uh, since the cover is detached and it should receive a blue label with a notation like this one and stating that cover detached and dried glue at spine. So that's what it should come back as. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping, but I mean overall, like it's. I mean, there's no chunks missing out of the cover. There is, tape right along here. But yeah, I cracked it open, and those new CGC cases are ridiculously difficult to crack open. If anyone has any suggestions, I am open eared because it took me, no joke, I think like 35 minutes to crack it open because I didn't want to further like do any more damage to my low grade book as it is. But yeah, so that was a pain. They really super difficult compared to the older CGC cases. But uh, yeah, I'm super pumped. Um, no joke. I got this for still in my book. I mean, from what they have been going for, I think I paid. Um, I think 825 is what uh, I got it for, which for what it is, it's not the most expensive book um, in my collection by any means, but it's this is like the second. I mean, I don't think it's more rare than Amazing Fantasy 15 or anything like that, but if you go on to like the CGC census, this is the second, I guess you can say, rarest or the least amount graded, other than Incredible Hulk #1, and I don't think that makes it more rare than the other. I think just if you have either one of them, it's cool. But this book was definitely like loved, in the 60s and 70s. Like it was well read. And I think that's super cool, just like the history behind it. Most Journey and the Mysteries that I've